Okay, give me one sec, guys. I'm going to set up just one more match here. Make sure I have it on order. One more minute, and I will get that going. Yo, shoutouts to Dante for the host. I appreciate it, dude. Much obliged, sir. But yeah, give me like 30 more seconds, guys. I should have it going. I'm gonna go over matches featuring key0ske, TechPlug, Fody, Sneak, and AlexTheMachine. So lots of matches over this last week or so. Particularly Sunday and Monday is where all of these matches are going to come from. So not jazzy events, but still enough Dudley coverage or enough Dudley matches to get some decent coverage and do a video on them. And we'll check out the leaderboard for the Jazz Circuit points. It is the second day of the new year, so we'll see what it looks like today, and then what it looks like at the end of the month. There's gonna be quite a bit of movement, I think, this month. Okay, all right, everything's all set up now. So let me go ahead and switch over now, guys. Awesome. All right. So first match, we're gonna do Vencabot and MutantXP had a 2v2 team tournament that was for characters. So basically a Urian team, a Dudley team, a Ryu team, an Alex team. I believe there was a Ken team too, but I can't remember exactly. But yeah, all these teams competed in this tournament. I'm gonna go over the matches that key0ske and TechPlug ended up playing. I'll go over two of them, and then we'll kind of skip around here because it's not exactly all caught up. But this footage is from Vencabot's channel. If you're not following Vencabot, go ahead and do so by going to twitch.tv/Vencabot, Vencabot. Streams Third Strike every Tuesday for 8 hours straight, so definitely give him a follow. He plays on PS4 if you guys are on PS4. Alright, so let's go ahead and cover this first match here. This is going to be Ethan from the ScrubSeries guys over in the lacrosse area versus key0ske. I'm not exactly sure where key0ske is from. But key0ske is a pretty new Dudley, so we'll see exactly what he does here. In this matchup, I've covered this a little bit now. Your normals are going to basically be your standing normals, because Dudley doesn't really have too much to contend with Urian's crouching normals outside of crouch fierce, and then from specific ranges, crouch roundhouse and crouch strong. But Urian's going to keep you at a spacing where those buttons aren't going to come into contact too often. So you're going to need, stand roundhouse, stand fierce towards fierce, stand strong, stuff like that. So that chop is so good. So one thing you have to be mindful of in this matchup, as Dudley or as anyone fighting Urian, you particularly want to avoid getting cornered, but especially versus Urian, where he can get so much damage and so many mix-up opportunities once he has you in the corner. So just kind of keep in mind that, if you're close to the corner, it's probably not a good idea to continue backing up, so that way you're cornered. You're doing your opponent's work for them. You want them to earn that corner position. So, even if you're eating damage along the way to not getting cornered, that's almost better than, just conceding the corner entirely. So just try and keep that in mind. Spacing is super important in this matchup. There's that low forward. He threw that low forward out there. And you can, at that range, he could have crouch fierced it. Let's see. Right here, I believe. Yeah, just be ready for it. Right there, you can totally crouch fierce that. And it'll counter hit him. And then you can just begin chipping at him. There's that corner position. Now you gotta eat the mix-up. Good blocks. Didn't eat a lot of damage there. Nice patience to not jump into that fireball. So this is something that Dudley players and anyone can really try and take advantage of here. But he does a jump in here, and then he waits a sec. Looks like maybe he missed a button or just mistimed his button. But if you notice, Urian does crouch jab, pretty much immediately after. And this is something that you want to pick up on if your opponent is doing. If your opponent is... Grainbelt, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? If your opponent is mashing jabs, then you'll want to buffer parries and punish accordingly. So Urian can't get a whole lot off of this jab in this position, other than headbutt. And I believe Roundhouse will at least hit him out of the startup of headbutt. So if you get this parry, go for Roundhouse. Maybe you can get uppercut. But if he doesn't go for anything, you know, at the very least, you could do a throw, or you could do stand Roundhouse EX Machine Gun Blow, since you can hit Urian crouching when with EX Machine Gun Blow when he's crouching. Yo, what's up, Doc? How's that EX upper? It looks like maybe he buffered parry in this position. A lot of times when people neutral jump on your wake up, they're expecting you to, say right here, they're expecting you to do a wake up upper, right? Whether you're Ken, Ryu, Akuma, Alex, Dudley, Oro, anyone basically Ibuki with like a really vertical uppercut as a reversal. Even Stomp or EX Knee in Alex's case, right? Some players will do neutral jump and buffer parry, since they only have to, most times they only have to get the one. Ken might be an exception where you might have to parry once or twice, depending on how low you are or how high you are. So that's just something to keep in mind here. It looks like he missed a parry though. And here, key0ske, I would recommend, you know, it's okay to try and test people sometimes with the towards forward if you have the meter. So if you have super, or even enough meter for EX upper, right? You can cancel and beat the throw punish or whatever punish they're trying to do, if they're gonna hit a button after they parry. But since you don't have any meter and you throw out that towards forward, there really isn't anything else you can follow up with. So that button essentially becomes neutralized if they parry it, and they can get a pretty decent punish. At the very least, they can get a throw. You can cancel it into the target combo, but I don't think that's fast enough to beat throws. So in this instance, you know, I would kind of discourage maybe going for that so early. Maybe build a little bit of meter first, and then, you know, kind of have some follow-ups behind it just in case it gets parried, just to discourage them from hitting a button as soon as they get one parry. That's something that you kind of want to train your opponent to not do so much. So he gets the back throw. Good patience from Ethan there. Now he's back in the corner again. You see he's backing himself into the corner. Yeah, and it's fine. You know, one thing that key0ske should be doing in this situation, you know, if your opponent is letting you basically, you know, stand full screen away from him, and he's just throwing air fireballs at you like this, just build some meter, stand strong, stand roundhouse, low strong, something quick, so that way if they go for tackle, you can parry afterwards. It's not necessarily the best position to be in, since you're near the corner, and you do want to be cognizant that he could tackle Aegis, especially because he has the meter to be able to do so. But you also want to be building your meter too. Dudley is just as dangerous with meter as anyone else. So yeah, here you could just be building meter. Oh, that mixed up. I'm not exactly sure what he was going for there. So here are some options after this, right? If you go for this reset, since you're close to getting a bar here, you can go for a number of things here, depending on what the Urian does. If they crouch block, obviously you can go for his forward roundhouse, dart shot into super. That should give you enough meter to be able to get the super, and I think that would be round. That's enough damage to take the round for you there. If he blocks high, you can go for sweep, or you can go for short into super. If you go for sweep, you can get sweep, one jab machine gun blow, and then you can probably get towards forward upper, and that should be enough to kill Urian in this with that much health in this position. If you suspect that he's going to EX Aegis when he lands, you can do early low short to hit him out of it, and then probably do a target combo. That you at least take away his bar, and then you put him in a much closer position to getting killed. You probably get the meter for super, and now he's in the corner, so that's still to your advantage. If you think he's going to throw, you can backswing blow. You can walk up like you're going to throw, and then you can do backswing blow. That will definitely give you enough meter for super, which will also kill. you can, if you suspect that he's going to do headbutt or EX headbutt, you can do early crouch fierce for regular headbutt, and then for EX headbutt, I think you have to do stand fierce. I don't think crouch fierce is fast enough in this situation. Or you can do maybe low strong from certain spacings that might work out. Depends on how far you walk up. But you can definitely do low strong reset and then do ducking super. Or at the very least ducking and then get it in his face, and then you create another 50-50 from there. So it just depends on you know, what you think your opponent is going to do, what the read is, and what your opponent's shown you he likes to do in these 50-50 situations. So that's why it's important to kind of test people early on and figure out, okay, what does my opponent like to do? Do they like to block? Do they like to parry? Are they constantly hitting buttons? Do they not want to be on the ground? Are they constantly looking for, you know, some sort of button to react to something? So those are just things to keep in mind of when you're in this situation. Goes for the throw. So in that instance, right, and after that 50-50, he could have done the crouch fierce into the reset right here, crouch fierce. Now he's got Aegis in the corner. Oh, this is something that I wanted to bring up too. I mentioned it in the last stream, but I didn't really expound on it too well. Oh, he didn't have the meter for it. But if someone does this setup to you just with a regular Aegis, and you're not in, like, let's say you're not in block stun, or you're not in a knockdown situation, you do have enough time to buffer super to and it'll blow through the first hit or so of this Aegis, especially if you do it as a reversal on Oki, right? And what that does is, you know, if you have enough health to survive, that's fine. But what it does is it gives you a hard knockdown, takes away the 50-50, and you eat basically minimal damage. So that's one way that you can negate this. It's not the best way. Obviously, you would like to not eat any damage and not have to spend any meter. But if you're in a situation like this where, you know, eating this doesn't kill you, and it saves you, and it puts you in a position to win the round, that's not a terrible idea. So Ethan smartly backing up, eats the EX upper, eats the sweep. Oh no. So key0ske managed to salvage that round. Ducking super. You guys know I'm a big fan of that. I do love my ducking supers. But I think there's a time and a place. Oh no, full screen machine gun blow. I would highly discourage anyone from doing full screen machine gun blow. Don't do it, guys. I know it's so tempting. It's so juicy, but don't do it. It's not good. It's super negative, and it's not a hard parry. Good players will punish you for that almost every time. Nice overhead. Oh no. Yeah, that seems to be something that key0ske does a lot too. He likes to do machine gun blow, and then if he has the meter for it, he always does super. He just does super like right after, but that doesn't connect. Oh no. Now he's eating the 50-50s. And that jumping medium kick hit way too high. He was able to block it, and it hit way too high for him to be able to do anything afterwards. He was negative when he landed, so he was gonna get thrown. It looks like he tried to do another button there, but yeah, he was gonna get thrown no matter what. Unless maybe he did like EX upper or super or something. Oh no, and there's that backdashing, right? Putting yourself in the corner. Now less than 3 seconds into the match, you're in the corner. Urian's got you exactly where he wants you. That ducking super. Not getting a whole lot of that to land now. And in this matchup, Urian's good normals from far range are definitely going to win out more than most of the time. His stand strong, his stand fierce, low forward, low roundhouse. You know, those buttons are all very good for spacing for Urian, and he can earn a lot of meter in the neutral until he has enough time to be able to get a situation where he can put an Aegis on top of you. And ideally, he's trying to push you into the corner at the same time. They're just trying to poke, build meter, put you towards the corner, and then put the Aegis on top of you, just like this. For those of you guys that are unaware of how to get out of this setup, I'll go ahead and explain it to you real fast. Aegis here. what the Urian is going to want to do is either, I believe it's strong headbutt, but maybe jab headbutt works too. But strong headbutt for sure, just to make sure that you can get over. They'll put the jab Aegis on top of you. Then they'll do, that looks like maybe jab headbutt, but you can do strong headbutt too. And then when they land, they'll do towards forward and put you in the 50-50. And what that does is it creates an unblockable situation. You cannot block that technically. If you're just holding back. You can block it if you're godlike and you know when to switch your block, because technically you can block it, but it requires that you block things in the opposite direction momentarily, and then you can resume blocking normally. It's really weird and hard to explain, but let's just go with it's technically an unblockable. So for this situation in specific, right, what you have to do is you can either parry towards your opponent. Anytime you parry forward, it's got to be towards your opponent. So no matter, the only time that that's not true is for a cross up. But most of the time you're going to parry towards your opponent, and then you can do another parry immediately after to parry the towards forward. And once you parry that, you have to parry one more time before you can get out of the situation. So it's 3 quick parries all in succession, just 1, 2, 3, and then you go for throw, because you have a small window between the hits of the last parry that you did and the next parry that you'll have to do. Throw is 2 frames, so you'll be able to throw Urian since he's technically in recovery at this point, and then you can throw him either forward or back to try and get out of the situation, and then you've escaped the unblockable situation. That's if they do this setup with this specific timing. That's not always true. They can go low, they can delay their hit, they can do whatever they want to try and alter the timing, but if they go for this specific setup on this specific timing, that's how you get out of it. Just a little too late for the launcher. There's that low forward. He's backing up into the corner. Urian almost has the meter for Aegis. There's that EX tackle as the punish. Ethan spacing it out. There's Fireball Aegis. And that's tough to deal with. So Ethan is going to take that one. So a couple things key0ske can do. You know, build some meter in the neutral. If you are going to walk back, build some meter. Be prepared for tackle, because that's basically all he can hit you with at that point. But if you're not going to do that, if you want to be aggressive, then, you know, walk towards him. Walk towards him and block. Be prepared to you know, buffer parry or block on reaction. Use your stand fierce towards fierce for far pokes, and then for counter poking. You know, if you get in range of if he's using a lot of stand fierce or a lot of stand strong, then you can start buffering roundhouse with a machine gun blow behind it. If he's doing crouch forward, then you can do low fierce to try and discourage that, or you can try and jump in at that point, right? But it is kind of tricky because you can't really punish a low forward with a jump. It recovers pretty fast, and at that point he has a down charge, and he can do whatever he wants. Whether that be stand strong into a headbutt, stand strong into a tackle, crouching fierce into an EX headbutt, some sort of stand strong EX Aegis. Like, he has a ton of options once he's crouching, so especially if he has meter. So just one thing to keep in mind while you're trying to jump in on him. Okay, so let's go to the next match in this set. This is going to be, I believe, TechPlug, and he's going to be fighting Demon of Mist. Shout out to the Demon of Mist. Okay, here we go. So I like that both of these players are using, you know, Dudley's 2 main supers. You know, key0ske rocking SA3, and then TechPlug rocking SA1. I think both are decent versus Urian. SA3 probably gets a little more mileage. It's probably a little easier to use and has more utility, especially since you have 3 bars, so obviously you'll have more meter to work with. But SA1, if you're just trying to kill Urian and just run him over entirely and you're very confident that you can do so, SA1 is not a bad choice. Yo, what's up, TechPlug? Okay, so immediately you can tell the difference in this matchup from we just saw Ethan versus key0ske, and now TechPlug is going to do the opposite of what key0ske did. He's just gonna go in, so he goes in immediately. He's like, "Yo, dog, I got fierce. I'm doing all the buttons, roundhouse, Oh, that's so risky, but so smart at the same time. If you do, you know, you can kind of sometimes get away with using Dudley's cross counter for anti-air for things that are, you know, otherwise really hard to anti-air, but you do eat some damage in the process, so it's, you know, it's a risk. But and especially if you whiff, then they can just get a huge punish. But it's not something that you can't use ever. It's just something that you have to use sparingly and at the right times and in this situation it worked out for him. He got the corner position and he basically is almost at a bar for super, so this is ideal for TechPlug here. Good blocks on the overhead, goes for low, both high, low, and throw. Look at that, all in succession. That was so sick. Look, after this cross counter, he goes high, then goes low, then goes throw, and that's the game, guys. That's how you play Dudley. You go high, you go low, you go throw, and then you start mixing it up, right? Now that you've shown all three options, now you start baiting throws, now you start doing double lows, double highs, you start buffering parries. You know, this is Dudley 101. Yo, what up, Bones? Fuck you, dog. Alright, so he's doing the towards Fierce, throws him into the corner, Rose setup. Nice stand Fierce. Look at the spacing, just keeping him in that corner, content to keep him in the corner. Gets to jump into super. Oh, base to throw, backswing blow. I love it. Nice towards Fierce. Oh, that's not bad. In this situation, since you're clearly going to punish him for doing the fireball, I would do, he does another one here, right? I would do Fierce, jump Fierce, and then stand roundhouse EX machine gun blow, because you'll get enough damage, you'll save the meter, and you'll be able to do 50-50 after the combo to be able to do either a Rose setup or high-low into super, right? So that's just something that I would do for optimizing damage, but this isn't bad. You also got, you know, a confirm into super, or a punish into super, I should say, and, you know, it sets him up to where he's going to eat another 50-50 in the corner anyway, so it's not bad. Rose setup, high-low, oh my god. Okay, now this is smart, just trying to keep him in the corner. Dudley fighting from the corner, using all the normals. Backswing blow wins him the round twice in a row. Very good round from TechPlug there. So now, Bones is correct in the VOD. If you see right here, it says Bones. Tech is sick as fuck. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to see Ethan versus TechPlug. Okay, here we go. So now TechPlug, showing that he used SA1 for that first match. Now, you know, he was confident, I'm going to run over this guy, I'm going to use SA1, get it over with. But, you know, Ethan is a little more experienced, knows the game a little well, or a little better, and, you know, has more matchup experience. So I'm going to use this SA3 for utility and to allow myself to basically be a little safer with my super if I should miss it. I can finally do super jump cancel, standing forward into overhead cross up dive kick, and my brain is pudding. Well, congrats, dude. Okay, so now let's see how he starts this match. Is he going to be aggressive? Yep. Ducking upper to try and catch a jump, maybe? More challenges from TechPlug here. Just constantly trying to stay on top of him. Nice towards Fierce. Empty jump throw. Goes for the high-low. Throw. Rose setup. Goes low. Look at all the options he's showing you, all in succession. That's how you apply pressure as Dudley. You just want to keep that momentum going, keep that pressure on, make them, you know, guess. That's what you have to do as Dudley. Look at the reaction. That was sick. He blocked that overhead so fast. He was like, nah, son, I see those. Look at this. Blah, son, no. So in this spacing, TechPlug, I'm not sure if you're aware, but I'll show you here in a sec. Once you eat this throw, he backs up, and the only thing he can hit you with at this point is stand fierce or low forward or low roundhouse, right? But he's most likely going to do low forward because it's the safest button. Or he might be able to do stand strong. But you know, in this situation, since he's already crouching, it's likely he's going to do low forward. You can counter hit that by doing low fierce early. So if you just do low fierce, yeah, there's the low forward. You can counter hit that. So in this situation, you want to, since he's using a lot of stand fierce right here, he does stand fierce twice, I believe. Stand fierce, stand fierce. You can do stand roundhouse with EX machine gun blow buffered behind that to try and punish that. And you can tell Ethan has the experience here because he knows, like, I don't want to be anywhere near him. Oh my god, that was sick. The reversal super. Right after. Look at this. Nope. And you'll know that it's a reversal, guys, whenever you see the word reversal pop up on screen. So you can watch for it in the upper right-hand corner here. Right there. Reversal. That means that you got it as early as possible. Nice, ducking upper. Could have confirmed the super. Look at all these challenges. Throwing him towards the corner, staying right on top of him. That's okay if you eat that knee drop because he's still in the corner. Reversal super. That is something that you can do as, you know, as Dudley, but basically versus anyone that has a really fast reversal super. Or a really fast super that you can use as a reversal. You can buffer it and as late as possible, and then just wait to see if they hit a button. And as soon as you see that they hit a button, you can go for the super. That's something that I do sometimes if I suspect that my opponent's going to attack. I'll just buffer and then wait, and then as soon as I see the button, I'll hit my button. And you do have a window where your buffer is stored, so that way, you know, you don't have to do it all in one motion. So something that you can do in that situation, since he does, you know, you did one, and he was like, all right, I'm going to do mine after you do yours. I'm going to throw this EX Aegis because I don't want to eat this high-low mix-up because that sucks. That Rose probably could have hit him out of it if it was timed just a little bit later and it was truly meaty. There are things that you can do to frame kill, basically to guarantee that you'll get the meaty Rose setup, depending on what you do. For super, I believe you can do one jab machine gun blow and then just throw the Rose like immediately after, but you have to do it pretty early. Or the jab machine gun blow has to be like almost immediately after the super. And that's something that you can do, but you can work it out in training mode depending on if they get a hard knockdown or if they tech roll. So because the Rose didn't hit there, you know, he was able to get the EX Aegis, because if it had hit him, the EX Aegis would have been negated. The other thing that you can do is you can do low short early, since he technically has upper, I guess upper body invincibility, unless you're like already inside of him with a high. You know, doing like a late high or something that's not already active when he does EX Aegis. The EX Aegis is going to win out since it's one frame. So you can do meaty low short, and meaty low short will stop the EX Aegis entirely every time. That's why the sweep didn't win out. Nice. Oh, could have got towards forward upper. And there he knew that he just wanted out. But look at the pressure that he applied here. Not letting him leave the corner. Empty jump into sweep. Overhead. I know you want to get out of here. Here's a super just behind it, just in case you try and do anything. And now, and TechPlug takes those two pretty convincing. So that was the first set. Congrats to those two dudes. They put on a pretty good show. The next set I'm going to show you is versus the Ryu team. And it's going to start off with Vencabot versus TechPlug. So that normal there, Ryu has a really good hitbox in this matchup for his standing roundhouse versus Dudley. His far stand fierce is also really good since it does target combo into his stand roundhouse. So that's just something to be aware of. But Ryu's in general know, if they know this matchup, they know that roundhouse is really good versus Dudley. It's kind of hard for him to counter hit. It is doable, but it's hard to do. So Ryu just building meter. Eats the overhead, sweepu. Lows, because lows are really good versus Dudley. Anyone with far-reaching low limbs gives Dudley some problems. Ooh, he could have ate a big fat combo. This jump in here, since he did a roundhouse and he's crouching. Look at this. Right here. If he had done jump in roundhouse, he could have got a fat combo off that. Looks like maybe he went to red parry the EX Fireball. Towards forward, I like it. Towards forward is such an important spacing tool, guys. You need that versus Shotos. You need that versus Urien. Anyone that's got a really strong neutral game, you definitely want to use towards forward. Towards fierce, just to kind of put some space between you. Because even on block, it pushes them far enough away where you're not exactly in the corner. So, you know, it's something to keep in mind of. You can also buffer super behind it, so if they parry, you know, you can throw super and maybe they're not expecting it. So that tech throw. I believe you can punish that with low forward into Tatsu, the ducking upper in this situation. So he does ducking upper. Yeah, he can punish low forward into Tatsu. Walks under the... Nice. 50-50. There it is. Meaty row setup. Hit him out of the reversal. Oh, no. EX short. Yuch. Oh, Venka just blocking because he knows. He's got the experience versus TechPlug. He's like, he'll probably throw a super behind there. What am I analyzing here? These are Dudley matches, G-Type. So I'm just going over Dudley stuff for Dudley players. It's a Dudley only club, dog. When I join the Makoto club, I'll let you know. Nice stand fierce anti-air. There's that stand roundhouse that Ryu has. And this is something that I mentioned a couple times already, but if players are doing low forward Hado with Ryu or Ken, or even Akuma, take that away from them. If you get this red parry, you can stand roundhouse EX machine gun blow every time. Every time. And that's such big damage. Corner carry, juggle, meter, positioning. Like, it's so good. It's so good that even if you don't get that red parry and you just eat the Hado, that's not bad. You might as well go for it. You know, because if you get the punish, it's so worth it. Could have confirmed into super off that ducking upper. So right here, when Ryu's jumping at you, you can do any number of things, right? Stand roundhouse, stand strong, stand fierce, crouch fierce, upper, ducking super. I think you can even trip guard him here with low roundhouse, low strong, low short. You know, you can do any sort of anti-air here. So he went for that. That's not terrible, but you know, one thing that you can do, even if you're not going to go for the reset, just to close that distance between you, you can cancel that normal into, like, let's say roundhouse ducking, right? And you'll both be neutral by the time you land, but you're right on top of them. You can continue that pressure, as opposed to having to dash. Yeah, he's just going for jump in. Since he's not actually doing jump in roundhouse or jump in fierce, or even forward, you can do any number of anti-airs to hit him out of the air. And he's just eating a bunch of fireballs. Dudley players, I want you guys to take note. When people jump over you and they land right next to you, they want to throw. Like in this situation, he wants to throw. Look at that. He went for throw immediately. As a Dudley player, you can control the spacing a little better if you just walk back a tick outside of throw range, stand roundhouse, buffer, buffer whatever you want behind it. But my preference is either stand roundhouse or stand strong, ducking super, if I have the meter. If not, you can go for stand roundhouse, EX machine gun blow. But it's something to take note of. When players jump over you, they do have a tendency to just tech the throw automatically. Don't just concede that. You can punish them for doing this. You can walk forward before they land. Which you want to do anyway. You want to be walking under their jump, so that way when they land, they can't immediately go for this throw. You want to try and bait that throw and then punish them for doing it. He could have got low strong super there. Goes for the low, good parry. And then hold on. I wanted to make note of this crouch fierce that he parries here. Right here. If his fist is all the way up like that, he cannot cancel. But if you parry this before the fist is fully extended all the way up above his head, like let's say it's like towards his torso or even around his waist, if it's anywhere in that area, he can still cancel it. So that's just something to be aware of on the spacing. Good tech. And there's that tech again, right? Hold on, let's see. He goes for the tech. Yeah, you could have walked under that. When he goes for the tech the second time, after he jumps over you, just walk forward. Yeah, walk forward, stand roundhouse, ducking super, or EX machine gun blow, or even backswing blow. You know, you can just do that. Nice. Oh, if you just let the first overhead rock, you could have linked it to super. And I don't mind players who are just going to spend all of the resources on blocked EX fireballs. Let them do that. Let them spend as much meter as they want, not having super, not getting any damage, just basically trying to space you away from them. Let them spend as much resources as they want. So that way, when you do get a knockdown on Ryu and he has no meter, you don't have to worry about the added option of EX short you. All of his reversals are now gone. He's free on wake up. You can do whatever you want to him, and he's at your mercy. So let players do this. Don't bother trying to worry too much about, you know, oh, he's using too much EX fireball, I should try and punish. Like, don't worry about that. If you can take it away with a red parry on the second hit of the EX fireball, that's the only way you can get a punish. If you have that timing, great, you know. But otherwise, it's no big deal if you're blocking those. Let them spend their meter doing that. Oh no! So a few of these, it looks like he could have anti-aired. That's one that he could anti-air. That's another he could anti-air. And in this situation, dude, when you get this air-to-air jumping medium kick versus Venka, ducking super, dude. Ducking super or just raw super. Force him to parry it. Because he's in the air. He's got to parry most of it. At this point, if you just do super, he's got to parry most of it. And it hits really high above his head. So it might, you know, it might throw off his parry timing. He might not be ready for it. He's got to parry before the flash, depending on where he is. If he's a little lower, like let's say right here, he's got to parry before the flash. He's got to know that it's coming. Otherwise, you know, if he's a little higher up than that, then he has to parry on the way down. So he takes that round, and Mecha just with the character knowledge and the matchup knowledge. So let's see, he's gonna go against key0ske now. Who do we have? Okay, we're gonna have Dizzy versus key0ske now. So Dizzy opting to go with Denjin. Denjin's a pretty good super versus Dudley. Ryu has a lot of ways to put Dudley into the corner or put him in knockdown situations where he can get a Denjin set up. Dudley can ducking a Denjin, but it's kind of hard to time. Parry that. Yeah, and in this matchup, I'm not fond of letting Ryu just build that meter for free. You want to apply some pressure, even if it's just walking at him and forcing him back. You know, throw out a couple fierces, roundhouses, you know, just to make sure that, you know, he's aware of your spacing and where you're at, and he's not just building meter for free. Because he is very dangerous with meter. Oh, you can stand around house that. You parry this low short, key0ske. Let's see, right here. It looks like he tried to throw again and he just missed the jab. So you can parry that and then do stand around house, upper, stand around house, machine gun blow, whatever you want to do. There's that stand around house, so good. Yeah, and Dizzy's aware, he knows. In this situation, you know, he doesn't need to spin the meter. He has Denjin right here. He doesn't need to spin the meter at this point. You know, especially versus an opponent like key0ske, who's a little inexperienced and a little newer. You don't need to spin the meter to take this round. You can save it for the next round and then get that kill even faster. But if you just wanted to guarantee it, you should just go for the setup at this point. If you wanted to guarantee it, when he's in the air, jab Hado, make him land on the Hado, and then you can alter the timing of the Denjin if you want to. And at this point, I wouldn't even bother with spending the meter. I would just try and get the kill without it. Yeah, he knows too. He's like, I'm just gonna get this kill. Yeah, that punish is low strong, I think. For this one, I think this is fierce or strong machine gun blow, but this looks like fierce machine gun blow. The punish is crouch strong into Tatsu. I think low forward might be a little too slow. Oh no, the salt. Well, can't tell a whole lot of what's going on here, but it looks like he has him in the corner. Denjin set up, eats the Denjin, throws him out of the corner, and oh no, that's definitely not what he wanted. He got the Denjin, and then he got the throw, which gave him the dizzy, and he was just trying to get over there, but it actually hit so low that it hit Dudley. So now he's got to earn the kill the legit way. Oh no! Oh, key0ske. You have to punish harder than this, guys. If people are gonna whiff shoryus like this, like huge ass shoryus where they're all the way up in the air, you have got to punish with more than a throw. It can't be one button and it can't be a throw. It's got to be, you know, something into super or some sort of hard combo to make them, you know, to really make them regret doing that. Oh no, that was such a bad punish. And all Dizzy has to do now is just play it super safe, and he's got the round. So he's going to take that over key0ske. Shout out to those two, though. They got second in this tournament, in that team tournament. Very good showing from them. I was hype. I was rooting for them the entire time, so happy they were able to put on a good show. Next one I'm going to go over is some matches from this past Thursday over at Lost Ark Video Games. We're going to go over sneaks matches here. None of these are sets. These are just kind of like some casuals that they were having, but you know, I thought I'd go over a few of them anyway, just to do some coverage. They did have players from, it sounds like NorCal and Atlanta in the building. I'm not familiar with any Atlanta players, so you know, I thought I'd give it a watch and just see how these matches ended up. So Chun Dudley, obviously not my favorite match, but Sneak with the knowledge. Like, he starts off the round with a parry into a roundhouse upper. Oh my god, that's so smart. Goes for the sweeps because why not? She doesn't have anything to punish you really if she parries it. Lightning legs, so annoying to deal with. There it is. Got it the first time. Trying to go for those optimal juggles. Oh no, that's so hard for Dudley to deal with. Ooh, oh no. Okay, okay. There we go. Nice. Decided to play it safe, not go for that last parry. Stand fierce. Nice. Didn't get the EX machine gun, but probably an input error. Nice. Yo, that was a whiff punish. That's hard to do against that normal in particular with Dudley. He's just spamming that roundhouse, and he actually whiff punished it. That was super sick. Oh, towards forward, super nice. Confirm. You can link that. Misses second short, but doesn't matter. Just ends up taking it. So very dominating round or match from Sneak there versus Chun. That's not an easy matchup. I have no idea who that Chun player is, so maybe he's newer. All right, who is this? I'm not sure who this is either, but it looks like he's going Elena. This match is pretty annoying in general for anyone fighting versus Elena. It's not the easiest, and it can definitely be frustrating if the Elena player knows what they're doing. Hold on, let me see what happened to my music, guys. Yes, I am still watching. One thing that you can do, not a whole lot of players are aware of, but you can actually trip guard her overhead special. I forget what it's called, Scratch Wheel, I think. The 2-hit overhead that she has. You can trip guard that if you make her land on a normal, but for Dudley that's almost impossible because the only thing that he really has for trip guard is sweep or low forward, and neither one of those is ideal for that. So what you can do is you can hit her out of it early by doing a crouch fierce. You can even try and discourage it by throwing some EX uppers or supers or even cross counters into the mix, right? Just give her different looks. If that's a move that you're struggling with, those are options. So let's see how he plays this. I fucking hate this on arcade because it's so red. Sneak with the knowledge matchup knows that you can get 2 sweeps on Elena and Chun mid-screen. So he punishes the dash, just buffered, misses the second sweep. Elena's so frustrating to deal with. Oh, he missed it again. Nice buffer. There we go. Gets the corner sweeps. Going for those jugles. Nice. Towards forward. Confirming the super. Oh no, missed the link, but still got the super, so it didn't matter. Oh no. So keep in mind, guys, in the Elena matchup, she only really has one good normal into super, and that's her low strong, that button that you just saw there. You know, some players will leak super just to test you, see did he hit a button? Is he someone that's going to hit a button every time? And he looked like he went for sweep there, so he ate the super. There's that overhead special I was talking about. Elena has quite a few target combos in the air as well as on the ground. It's kind of ideal to know that. This jump roundhouse, depending on when they do it, can be 1 hit or 2 hits. So let's see. Right here. So if she does it early, it's 1 hit, but the closer she does it to the ground, the more likely it's going to be 2 hits. So that's just something to be aware of. You can also anti-air that with crouch fierce though, so it's not something that you have to worry about too much if you're anti-airing. That stand strong is 2 hits, depending on how close it is. It looks like it was far enough to where it was only 1. So that Elena player got a perfect. Oh no. Wake up super. So these players are going ham. Nice. Stand around house ducking super. Ooh my god, that combo. Yeah, and he's just gonna make him parry it. So Sneak looking very dominant. Next up is going to be this Oro player. I was watching this Oro player for a little bit. He's not bad. He seems to know the character and has a lot of experience, so this should be pretty good. I didn't see him fight Sneak yet. This matchup can be also frustrating for Dudley because Oro can run away, build a lot of meter, and then all he needs is one parry into a close launcher, and then you're put into the endless loop where you have to parry out, and it's almost impossible. It is almost impossible to get out of that situation as Dudley. It sucks. Oro gets a very easy unblockable setup on Dudley using SA2, especially mid-screen, so that's just something to be aware of. You don't, once he has meter, you don't really want to jump too much because, you know, one bad jump and you can lose the round. You want to stay grounded a little bit more versus Oro once he has meter. Stand roundhouse towards fierce, crouch fierce, stand strong, low strong, those things are good. Sweep if you want to catch a dash. Ducking under his jump so he can't do his jump shenanigans. But in the neutral, before you guys have meter, stand roundhouse will beat basically everything he does. If he's crouching, you cannot combo into EX machine gun blow. You have to do the Chun-Li combo, which is stand roundhouse, medium kick ducking, medium kick upper. But if he is standing, you can get EX machine gun blow. And basically the only time that you would go into it in the neutral would be if you counter hit, stand roundhouse, or stand forward. Yeah, this matchup can be very annoying for Dudley. Nice. Oh, it looks like he was trying to go for super off that, but just did the fierce or whatever button too late. Oh my god. That did so much damage on him. 6 hits, got the link. Very strong round for Sneak there. Nice. One thing to note, guys, if you do get this ducking upper really high on someone and only 1 hit connects, I think it's only one hit, but it might work with both hits. But if only one hit connects, for sure you can do another ducking upper. That will combo on everyone. So he could have done another ducking upper there and got another combo on him. Oh, that could have been very bad. This situation where he ducks under him, or he or dashes under him after the reset. He gets a reset right there, dashes under. It's very hard to deal with this because he can do anything here. He can do throw, he can do launcher. Most likely he was trying to do launcher because he got it towards strong. Maybe he was trying to buffer. But if he had ate the it looks like he would have ate the launcher because he's crouching. And probably wasn't expecting the side switch. So if he ate the launcher, that's match. There's nothing, unless he fucks up the unblockable, there's not a whole lot Dudley can do about it. Oh, let's see if he has it. Oh no, he messed it up. So I believe the setup, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the setup is you dash at him once, and then you do a quick double jump and do the cross up. I think that's the setup. And there's so much variance on the unblockable, this unblockable version, that, you know, oh, he just keeps dropping it. That it's almost impossible to get out of if they keep switching it up on you. Oh, he missed it. So this move is a true overhead. So if you're crouching, it will hit you overhead, and you'll eat all the hits. They basically just do an instant jump, almost like a tiger knee motion, into the chicken kicks while they're airborne. I think for a parry, it's only like 3. There's that stand strong. This is very difficult for Dudley to deal with. That cross up. So let's see what he does here. Nice low. Not a whole lot he can do with. Yeah, and then he's just trying to wait until you jump at him. This is why you have to be careful about the jumps in this matchup. Let's see if he has it. There it is. Not a whole lot Dudley can do here. Oh my god. So hard to deal with. And he keeps getting the meter for it, if you guys are noticing. Oh no, he messed it up. Okay, so he's out of it. Oh! Ooh! Salvage that opportunity, but oh no, missed the link opportunity. There it is. Oh my god, just pressured him and bullied him. That was sick. It can be mentally draining to try and come back from being put in the unblockable loop. Alright, so it looks like he's gonna run it back for this Chun. We'll watch this last one, and then we'll move on to the next match. So last time he dashed in, he did the sweep preemptively and it worked. So that's why he's trying to do it this time. He's trying to prevent dashing. But all Chun-Li has to do when she sees that, just stand fierce. You can stand fierce that. You can, I think, stand roundhouse that. You might be able to even like low forward. It wouldn't surprise me. Chun's normals in neutral just totally outclass Dudley's at every range. That early stand forward anti-air, jump short anti-air. That back fierce. The great wall. Ooh. Sneak applying the pressure. Nice neutral jump fierce to keep her in the corner. Nope. Nope. I want you in the corner. No. That back fierce could have been very bad. Could have had super behind it. I think that would have been the round. Yeah, as Dudley, it is really frustrating that you can't just jump at her freely because you have to be aware of so many things that lead into super for Chun. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Maybe he was jumping. Looks like he just tried to get out of there. So Sneak stole that round. So I kind of want to go over this neutral jump roundhouse that Chun-Li does here. She could do neutral jump roundhouse, or she could do fierce. Those are really the only options that she has, or down fierce. If you're right under her, you can buffer parry, and if she doesn't hit a button, you can force her to guess, right? Just like you would anyone else. Stand roundhouse into jab machine gun blow, into upper, is some sort of target combo, stand strong into whatever you want to do, super upper, EX upper. You know, you can just force her to guess at that point, if she's just going to neutral jump with a buffer parry behind it. But, you know, if she does roundhouse or fierce, I think you have to crouch fierce it. You can even try and go for a EX upper. That back fierce. Now he's just eating all the buttons. Oh no, that's so hard to deal with. All right, let's see what he does this round. Oh, should have just gone for it. One thing Mutant XP always says is, like, I hate it when players go for low and they don't have like any plan behind it. It's like, if you're gonna go low, then go low. He gets the meter from that. One more low short, he could have gone into super. Ducking super. Oh my god, sneak, please. I love it, dude. I love that. This fucking reset, crouch fierce, when you jumping at me? Nah, son, parry this. And you have to force your opponent to parry it. If they prove that they cannot parry it, that's a free super every time. That's free damage every time. Oh, he could have ate a really big punish there. Wow, just kept him in the corner with that EX upper. Corner control from Sneak, really good. Oh, he could have killed if he had just landed this follow-up combo off the jump roundhouse. He gets a jump roundhouse really deep. Could have just got any sort of combo. Yeah. And the chip out. Gotta be careful with that, because certain players can red parry that, and it's not a hard red parry. They can get that red parry and then turn it around on you. So something to keep in mind of. All right, so we'll go to the last match I'm going to cover, guys. This is a match that happened this last Sunday at the FreePlay Monthly. This was not a Jazzy event. It was just, you know, they still had their Third Strike Monthly. So Grand Finals match, AlexTheMachine as Dudley versus Wax SBK, the homie Ray from Dallas. And I believe they go into it already. It looks like he started the match off with Dash Punch. This match, I've covered a bunch already, but just for the sake of my homie Ray, I'll go over a little bit more of Yun's options here. Dudley has quite a few options to be able to deal with Yun stuff, whereas Yun he's kind of limited in how he can deal with Dudley's jump-ins. Certain options that you have are forward fierce, obviously, to try and like hit him from the other side and get under his jump. You can walk under his jump if he jumps too close, you know, and then once he does, you can launch her, or you can do you know, maybe like a close stand strong into a upper, or some sort of shoulder to try and get under him. But there's all sorts of things that you can do as far as spacing goes to try and make his jumps more difficult. That is something that you want to take away from Dudley, is don't let him just jump freely at you. If he's jumping freely at you, he's probably going to win. And also, I mentioned this when I was talking with him earlier, but spacing is super important. Typically what Yuns will do is they'll backdash to the corner, and then not toward the corner, but towards the edge of the screen at the beginning of the match, and then they'll just start, you know, mashing low strong to try and build that meter. And then once they have like enough, you know, they'll start to go in a little bit more, and they'll become a hard target to hit, basically, by jumping around and dashing and doing shoulders and empty dives, full screen jumps, stuff to just try and make it hard for you to get to him. And then while you're trying to get to him, he will poke you. So that's the optimal way to play it, right? But versus Dudley, that's not necessarily always a great plan, because if Dudley has you know, screen position behind him, all he needs is a little bit of meter, and then he can kill you very quickly. So very much like the Urian matchup, since Dudley can control the neutral a little better than you know, than most other characters can versus Yun, particularly when he's jumping at you, you're just letting him jump at you. You have to be cognizant of how close am I into the corner. You know, what is the positioning of Dudley in relation to you know, what he's trying to do. Is he trying to do a jumping combo that will put me in the corner? Is he trying to anti-air me into the corner? So your dive kicks have to be well spaced. Your jump ins have to be well spaced. All of your neutral normals have to be well spaced, and you have to be cognizant at all times, obviously, you know, of the meter situation. Does he have enough meter for EX machine gun blow follow up? And he almost always is going to have that. But in particular, does he have enough meter for that? And then super, because then it becomes an even more dangerous game. Since Yun doesn't have an invincible reversal that's not EX up kicks, he has to often decide whether or not he's going to spend that meter and spend that resource doing that instead of getting Ganage in. And there's the matchup knowledge. He knows that he wants to do the up kick follow up. Ganage. Oh, a little too close. Maybe not close, but a little too early on that overhead. Oh, he could have canceled Ganage off that shoulder. Yeah, just a little too close for that to connect from the overhead. Oh no. Nice, got under the jump last second. There you go, build that meter. But now you're in the corner. Oh no, should have just gone for shoulder juggles here. Oh, now he's gonna lose the round. So in this position, you know what you can do is go for shoulder juggles. You know, just do launchers or whatever. You have enough time in Ganage to where you can kill him, and you could have taken that round. I think he knew that though. He was like, oh man, I messed that up. So AlexTheMachine stole that. I don't know what's up with with Dudley players using jump strong and jump forward or jump medium kick as these jump in attacks. That's jump strong. That's not great. Or maybe that might have been jump jab even. Nice. Oh no, that's a lot of damage. Nice. There you go. Gets the corner. Not the greatest Ganage in the world, but decent damage. Target combo when he lands. Gotta be careful on these dive kicks, especially in the corner. If you're gonna jump out. This is something I often tell players. You know, if you're jumping out of the corner, don't jump to attack. Jump to get out, because you don't want to fight from the corner, especially as Yun versus Dudley. He could have killed with EX machine gun blow to a follow up. Oh no, there it is, the Kokujin. Will these breakdowns be weekly? You know, just depends on if there's enough matches and if people ask me. I don't know about weekly, but I'll try and do them frequently. So second round, first match, first round. He started off with dash punch. Let's see what he starts off this time. Just building meter. Oh, definitely could have punished that with a dash punch. Nice. Oh no, didn't get the meter for the cancel off that shoulder. He could have. I think he was aiming to cancel into Ganage, but even then, I think he could punish you. Yeah, he did fierce. Oh, that's rough. I don't necessarily agree with this super though. Well, maybe if he gets the 50-50 follow-up, it's not too bad. No, yeah, he's still half health. I don't agree with that super. Unless it's gonna give you the kill or put you close to the kill, I don't know why you would waste a meter mid-screen on it, because it scales so hard, it's not worth the damage. And I would rather keep the meter for the 50-50 follow-up. Because if you just let this upper rock, then he's in the corner anyway. You dash up maybe once or twice, and you're right on top of him, and then you can force the 50-50. Yeah, see, Ray is trying to fight from the corner way too much. Goes for the reset. Nice reset. Nice. There you go. Just stay away from him. Make him eat damage trying to come to you. That's the entire plan, is poke and run until you get Ganage in. while being mindful of the corner, right? As soon as you're close to the corner, make him slow down and then get out of that situation, and then run and poke until you get an agent, and then rinse and repeat the entire time. I like how he's giving him different looks with these low strong anti-airs now. But those are dangerous because those will lose to Fierce and Roundhouse from Dudley. Nice. Oh no, just drops it. 1, 2, 3, dash punch. Not a whole lot more he could have gotten. Oh no, just risked it on that low short dash punch. EX machine gun blow, or I mean EX backswing blow. Went for the red parry. Not worth it in that position, just because it was gonna. If you miss, then you lose, and if you get it, you still might not get the round. Yeah, knowing the length of the stages is important as well. In specific stages, for example, Ryu stage, Goki stage. I'm trying to think who else has a short stage. Remy stage. I think those are the 3 shortest stages. And maybe Makoto stage as well. I can't remember the graphic. I think Nika made a graphic, or Mutant made a graphic where they showed you the length of the stages. I have that saved somewhere, and I'll upload that. Or you guys can just ask Nika for it. I think it's one of his break screens. But yeah, the stage length is different for almost everyone. So it's important to know the stage length. But the 3 shortest ones, I believe, are Akuma, Ryu, and Remy. I think those are the 3 shortest. Or it might be Akuma, Ryu, and Makoto. So Alex is a super aggressive Dudley. He's just trying to put Ray in the corner, which is what you should do. This is how you have to play the matchup. You gotta get right on top of him before he gets Ganagin. And this time Ray's done a good job of being patient. Just poking, getting out of that situation. Alright, I'm in the corner, let me get out. Stand fierce, backdash, activate, and now just get in there. He doesn't have too much to deal with, or to contend with Ganagin at that point. Unless he has super, then you don't really have to worry too much about how he's trying to contend with your approach. Wow! Raw machine gun blow just works. Very good pressure from Alex here. Nice! Could have got EX machine gun blow. All sorts of pressure. Oh, nice! Dude, that response to the dive kick was so sick. Look at this. The spacing was so perfect. He knew he was like, he's not going to hit me, but he's going to land on this roundhouse, so. Bah! Oh my god, that could have been EX machine gun blow into kill, or upper. I think upper would have killed too. Nice pressure from Ray here. Oh my god. Yeah, that jump fierce, that neutral jump fierce was too high for Ray. And Alex shown that he will challenge. Yeah, he's going to challenge. There's that reversal EX upper. Very smart gamble from Alex there. Oh, he was looking to ducking super one of those dive kicks. Ready for him. Man, these responses are so quick. You can tell he's very familiar with this matchup. Good juggles. Optimal finish. Oh no. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think the finisher here is you want to do strong shoulder to end it. Not jab shoulder, so that way, or maybe this was strong and it just bounced weird, but strong I believe sends him out of the corner, and then before he completely falls away, you can do towards fierce to hit him back towards the corner, and then you do stand fierce to finish it and then get the last little bit of damage, and it does pretty decent meter build. Yeah, just build meter from that range. There's no reason why you have to start backing up at this point. If he's just letting you, yeah, just from this range, just stay here. Contend with him at this range. Don't back up, because now you've conceded the corner and now you're in the corner. So even if you get the Ganagin, you have to do all that work. He got the red parry. Wow, that was sick. Short ducking. Oh, and it looks like that was it. Oh, okay, so not. Was that 3? Maybe we missed one. Okay. So, that's it as far as Dudley matches, guys. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. later, as per usual. I just wanted to go over a couple things. Houston will have its next Jazzy Circuit event. I have to change the date on this, but it is not going to be the 17th like it was scheduled for earlier because of Frosty Faustings. We've got some players from Texas that are going to go out to that event, so keeping them in mind, we want to grant them an opportunity to earn as many points as possible, obviously. And we're going to change the date from the 17th to the 24th. So it will no longer be January 17th, but it will be January 24th, same weekend as the free play ranking event. So for those of you guys that want to come out to the Houston event, keep in mind it has changed dates. It will still be around the same time, so 7 o'clock Central sign up start, and then 8 p.m. is when the tournament will go live. For those of you guys that want to tune in, that's going to be twitch.tv/CoralSword, CoralSword. Give them a follow, guys, so when they go live, you can get the notification. That's it as far as this event goes. I did mention that free play event that weekend. They're doing a kind of a 2-day thing since they are having so many players come in from out of town. I believe some SoCal players are going to be in the area, as well as the Houston crew. So we'll be up there for that event, guys. That's going to be Saturday night. They're going to do a 2v2 or 3v3, I think, team tournament. They're going to stream that on twitch.tv/FreePlayArcade, all one word. Make sure you're following them. Same channel that we just went over in here. And then Sunday, they're going to be running their Jazzy G-Status ranking event. So that's going to be really good, guys. Make sure that you're tuned in for that. That's towards the end of the month, obviously. Still a lot of time to go between now and then, but definitely keep a lookout for those events, guys. If you're in Texas, definitely come out to that. Or if you're just planning on being in the Arlington or Dallas area, definitely come out to that event anyway. We're going to give one last look at the standings here. First place, Lance. Second place, Yuki. Texas boys. Third place, Ryan from the SoCal area. You've got key0ske. Next from, I guess we'll say he's from the New York area. They'll claim him as theirs. That's your fourth. Fifth, also from the New York area, Dr. Steelhammer. And then sixth will be actually Al, formerly of Austin, Texas, and now of the Chicago area. So he's your lone Midwest representative. So you've got Texas, New York, and Chicago right now running the leaderboard. Right below them, you've got the homie Ruben, Big Bad Wolf, from the Midwest area, obviously from the MN area. Then you've got Roski from Lost Ark over in the North Carolina area. You've got Bullet Ball Face from Houston, Bane Hollow from Alamo, Texas. That's really deep South Texas. For those of you guys that don't know where that's at, that's basically on the border between Mexico and Texas. You've got PGN Rick from the Detroit area, basically Saginaw over in Michigan. You've got Flannel Jack also from the North Carolina area, Big Nasty from Houston, Bass Ruthless from the Denver area over by Akihabara. David, also I guess from Texas now. Myself, Amir from SoCal, Arlia from SoCal, Ken and Black from New York, Demi, an Ibuki player from the Denver area, and then Sneak, who we just went over from the North Carolina area, and Goss from the Alamo, Texas area. So that's going to be your first page here, guys. But remember, only the first 6 who have not won an auto qualifier will qualify for the finale. So far that will be Lance, Yuki, Ryan. 5-star won an auto qualifier. He won the Don's event. Check that out for those of you guys that haven't seen that. It was really good. key0ske, who was there, is your 4th, since 5-star technically doesn't count. You can negate him. Frankie won an event as well, so you can negate him. And then you're going to have Steelhammer and Al Arindam basically round out your top 6 there. So if the season were to end today, those would be your 6 players who are going to make it into the finale. Everyone else is on the cusp, though. It's very close. You've got Big Bad Wolf, Roski, Face, Bane Hollow, Onagai, and Flannel Jack, and Big Nasty not too far off from him. So, lots of time between now and the end of the finale, guys. Go out to events, support the Jazzy Circuit, consider donating to the circuit by going to jazzycircuit.com. It actually, none of the money goes towards the circuit. It actually all goes towards the finale's prize pool. Last year, we were able to raise over $5,000 thanks to you guys' charitable donations. We're hoping to meet that at least this year, if not exceed it. But we've got faith in you guys. Plenty of time between now and then. Remember, you can do so by donating directly to the Jazzy Circuit Metrino by going to jazzycircuit.com or purchasing a t-shirt, where $6 of every sale will go towards the circuit as well. If you guys want to sign up for the finale, you can go to freeplayspringseries.com/jazzy. Sign up for the finale right now. It's been available since before the season even started, so definitely, show up for that, guys. We can't wait for that to come to fruition and to see who all makes it into the finale. That's going to be it for me, guys. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I am not going to do any matches so that I can upload this directly to YouTube. If anyone has any questions as far as Dudley matchups or Dudley specific things, definitely DM me. Or if you want me to go over any matches, give me a link and then show me, hey, I had a question about this. How do I deal with this matchup? Or what's the best way of dealing with this certain thing in this matchup? And I'll try and do my best to cover that for you guys. Appreciate everyone that tuned in, everyone that followed. Let me go over. I had 2 follows from the last time that I streamed and I didn't get to them. I saw Meyer. Meyer gave me a follow. Shoutouts to Meyer from the Houston area. Splooshy Splashy, what a godlike name, gave me a follow. Ludacris, appreciate the follow, homie. And someone with a Japanese name gave me a follow, so I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I will catch you guys next time. Yeah, I appreciate it, Grainbelt. TechPlug. Bootcamp. Dante. Shout out to Dante for the host earlier. Dizzy. Let me go through my my user list here. The homie Ben, I see you, dog. Ryan Diopante. Triton. And Bones. Fuck you, Bones. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, guys.